Yes po, ma'am.
Ayan. Okay, so before I start po, I would just like to introduce myself again. I'm Engineer Queen Maro po. I'm a civil engineer and working as one of the solution specialists of CIM Technologies Incorporated, currently handling AEC collection for structural design and infrastructure design solutions. Before I start po with my presentation, can I ask po for those who are in the civil engineering department, what are your current CAD tools po na ginagamit nyo within your curriculum?
Midas CAD po.
May desk and AutoCAD. Okay, sige po. Okay, so before, actually po, let me just share with you some of the softwares that would be included kapag nag-avail po kayo ng package na to. So andyan si Revit, ayan, Civil 3D, si Revit for building design, si Civil 3D para sa infrastructure design, documentation and design, Form-it, um, conceptual design, and then AutoCAD, you're already familiar with it. Si Insight also parang for conceptual, InfraWorks conceptual for infrastructure design. Si Recap Pro, parang reality capture siya, capture yung existing data. So 3ds Max, structural bridge design, Navisworks Manage for clash detection, fabrication MEP, fabrication, advanced steel para sa mga steel designs natin, vehicle tracking, actually ito parang add into ni Civil 3D para for better road design. Si Robot Structural Analysis Professional naman for analysis and design of our structural members. A Forma, again, conceptual design for building design. Nandiyan din si Autodesk Rendering and Autodesk Drive. So dito po sa presentation ko, I would be discussing two of the major um, softwares or solutions included dito sa AEC collection, si Revit and si Civil 3D. So basically po, itong solution kasi, itong AEC collection, itong AEC collection na to kasi is a comprehensive package of tools for CAD and BIM workflows. So again, let me ask po, are you already familiar po with BIM, Building Information Modeling? Yeah, okay. Sige. I'd include building information modeling na lang din sa discussion ko po later on. Okay, so again, these are some of the these are some of the solutions that you would be getting for free po from Autodesk. When you avail yung services mo namin. Okay, so let me start my discussion with Civil 3D muna. So what is Civil 3D ba muna? So si Civil 3D po, it's a design and documentation software for civil engineering projects such as land development, water projects, and transportation projects. So ano pang mga subjects yung pwede nating paggamitan ni Civil 3D? So pwede kay sa transportation, transpo, sa mga surveying subjects, ayan, pwede yan. Okay, so civil infrastructure design and documentation software. So it creates civil engineering designs and documentation that supports CAD and BIM workflow. So when we say it supports CAD, kasi si Civil 3D, it has a similar interface with AutoCAD. Kaya sobrang mabilis lang pag-aralan when you're already familiar with the AutoCAD interface. So all of the functionalities in AutoCAD can also be performed dito kay Civil 3D. And when we say building information modeling naman, an overview of this lang before the actual discussion. So, si building information modeling kasi, it is a 3D model-based process. Okay, so it supports BIM kasi all of the objects na we would be creating inside the Civil 3D software, it's already in 3D. So the objects the objects that we would be creating there are called intelligent objects because of the added information the Civil 3D can identify. So for example nito, when working in AutoCAD, for example, meron tayong wall. Okay, so kapag tinignan natin yung properties ng wall na yon, AutoCAD would give us lang na it's polyline, kung anong type siya ng line, layers, line weights, gano'n. While in Civil 3D, for example, sa roads natin, meron tayong alignment, yung pinaka um, gitna ng road na, or the road itself mismo, si corridor, yung term niya kay Civil 3D. 'Pag kinlik natin yung corridor natin, Civil 3D would give us properties such as ina-identify niya na corridor siya, ito yung area niya, mga gano'n. Okay, so ayun yung tinatawag na intelligent modeling. So this software permits rapid development of alternative through its model-based tools. So, dito kasi kay Civil 3D, meron tayong dynamic capability, meaning ng dynamic capability, when you change anything sa table nyo, automatically ma-update na yung drawing natin, and vice versa, kapag may in-update tayo sa drawing natin, automatically ma-update na din dun sa table natin. So with this capability, it's very easy to see yung mga alternative designs natin. Okay, so ayan nga po, uh, three civil engineering categories na pwede natin gawin kay Civil 3D, si land development, water projects, transportation projects. So examples for this are construction area development, structural engineering, road engineering, rivers and dam development, and so much more. Okay, so ito po yung mga basic capabilities ni Civil 3D software. So we have si site and survey works, intersection designs, plan production and documentation. Ito same lang naman with AutoCAD, geotechnical modeling, terrain modeling, drainage design and analysis. So dito meron din tayong hydraulics and hydrology. Sorry, pwede din pala natin gamitin sa hydro si Civil 3D because of yung hydraulics and hydrology analysis niya. Interoperability with other BIM-based solutions, materials and quantities. Ito, pakita ko later yung mga estimating features ni Civil 3D. Corridor modeling. Corridor, ito yung infrastructure design natin. Corridor lang yung term kay Civil 3D. Pressure network, so same with drainage design. Design automation, meron tayong uh, para mga add-ins for this, and then also yung bridge design. So ito po yung mga key tools in Civil 3D that we won't find in AutoCAD. So si Kogo points, coordinate geometry points. Si Kogo points, different siya from AutoCAD points kasi si Kogo points, it pinpoints the exact location of our points na using the coordinate system. So dito, i-enter lang natin yung elevation and location niya, automatically makikita na natin siya doon sa drawing area natin. Unlike when kay AutoCAD, kapag maglalagay ka pa ng elevation ng mga points mo, you always have to change yung UCS niya kasi planar lang yung ginagamit ni AutoCAD. Okay, surfaces, automatically generating surface using yung mga points natin, alignments, ito yung starting point ng mga roads natin, profiles para sa parang finish ground design profiles ng mga roads natin, assemblies and sub-assemblies. Dito kay Civil 3D, we have an entire parang catalog or tool palette of sections to choose from, and also kapag complex or customized yung mga road sections nyo, meron din tayong sub-assembly composer that comes along with installation naman ni Civil 3D 2024. And then, etong corridors, hindi natin to minomodel manually. We are going to use lahat ng mga to automatically generate yung corridor natin. And then, meron din tayong mga quantity takeoffs. Ito siya, estimating features ni Civil 3D. So, um, area calculation through parcels, surface volume calculation. Ito yung mga cut and fills natin automatically. So I think ginagamit to sa surveying, same process din, yung end area methods for um, computing for the cut and fill volume or prismoidal, meron din kay Civil 3D. Material volume calculation, ito naman yung mga volume ng mga roads natin. Like for example, yung pavement, yung sidewalks, kahit anong materials, Hello po.
Ayan, oo,
I
you're back.
I think I got disconnected. Sir Gary, saan po ako nahinto? Sorry, hindi ko siya hindi ko nakita. Na-disconnect ako. Hello po, sir. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
oo,
sige.
tama, quarterly take off po.
Okay. Ayan,
Mm.
so itong surface volume calculation kasi, parang, when we have already two surfaces, like for example, meron tayong, um, existing ground, meron tayong road, automatically kaya ni Civil 3D i-compute yung cut and fill na yon. So, if I remember correctly, ginagamit din namin 'to sa surveying subjects namin before. Same method po, either Prismoidal or end area method yung ginagamit for this one. Okay? And then si material volume calculation naman, ito yung mga volume ng mga materials natin such as yung pavement, sidewalk, any material pwede nating iset and makukuha niya. Like for example, concrete si sidewalk, uh, okay, mga ganun. Concrete, volume, ayan. And apart from this three, meron pa tayong tinatawag na pay item, quantity take-off kay Civil 3D. So si pay item, you can associate this with any AutoCAD or Civil 3D objects inside the Civil 3D software. And you can compute for item counts, item distances, and item areas. So sa item counts, like for example, meron tayong mga pin light. Okay, so uh, sasabihin sa atin ni Civil 3D using pay items kung ilan ba yung item counts nun. Distances also, yung mga, for example, item distances, ano ba to? Yung mga paints, yung mga paintings sa pavement paintings natin, ayan. So, pwede din natin gamitin yon for that. Item areas, and then, not just this three, pwede pa tayong gamitin natin any of the three to create for our own formula. Like for example, volume naman yung gusto nating i-compute. Gamitin natin si area times the height of that particular object na gusto nating kuhanan ng volume. And then, makukuha din natin yung volume niya using the pay item. A video lang to, short video kung paano gamitin si Civil 3D. So corridor modeling, roundabouts, intersections, ayan. Ito po yung add-in na vehicle tracking na sinasabi ko kanina. Design alternatives. So I think that's it po with Civil 3D. Do you have any questions po? Also pala nakalimutan kong sabihin. See, I've been mentioning na si Civil 3D is a design and documentation software. So si Civil 3D po meron siya uses Ashto po for the design. So apart from yung may mga hindi pa ako nabanggit na pwedeng gawin, si mga super elevation, ayan si Civil we can also compute for the super elevation dito, which I think is part of surveying topics pa din, no? uh, sorry, transportation pala, highway design, gano'n. So, ah, automatically na kino-compute ni Civil 3D yung mga run-off and run-out values natin. So, yung design natin do'n or yung mga result na makukuha natin do'n would be based do'n sa AASHTO po na set natin. So, do you have any questions po regarding Civil 3D?
None so far po, ma'am.
Okay, so let me continue naman with Revit po. So before, ito kasi si Revit and BIM talaga comes hand in hand, and it's also very common misinterception. Sometimes when we say BIM, akala nila si Revit na agad yon. So parang clearing that ano lang, uh, clearing yung yun lang difference between BIM at saka si Revit. So what is BIM? So Building Information Modeling. Ayan siya. Okay, so si BIM is Building Information Modeling is a shared knowledge resource of information on a facility forming a reliable basis for decision during its life cycle. The role of BIM is to gather and link data relating to the design, construction, and operation of a building to produce a comprehensive 3D model. So parang the overview for this one is that si Building Information Modeling, nasabi ko na kanina, it is a 3D model-based process throughout your project's life cycle. So yung project life cycle natin starting from the planning, planning, design, construction, operation, hanggang maintenance ng building natin. So we are, dito sa BIM, yung whole idea, we are just going to use one 3D model para sa lahat na yon, and then also throughout the project life cycle, and then also to produce a comprehensive 3D models and yung mga um, deliverables natin using that single 3D model. Okay, so what is BIM used for? BIM is used to design and document building and infrastructure design. Every detail of a building is modeled in BIM. So the model can be used for analysis, to explore design options, and to create visualization that helps stakeholders understand the building, what the building will look like before it's even built. So the model is used to generate the design documentation for construction. So parang yun lang din yung sinasabi dito. We are just going to use one model, and in that model, every aspect of that build, every aspect and detail of that model is already included in that one 3D model. And then yun lang yung gagamitin natin para sa lahat, para sa analysis, design, visualization, and also to generate yung mga CAD drawings natin. Okay, so again po, si Building Information Modeling, it is a 3D model-based process. While si Revit naman po is one of the softwares that supports or cater yung BIM process natin. Okay, so it's just one of the software kasi si Autodesk naman has many BIM-based software. So what is Revit po ba? So si Revit kasi, it's a design and documentation software for building designs naman. So supports integrated multidiscipline design. So dito kay Revit, pwede tayo for architecture, structural, saka MEP for mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Pwede din siya. So makikita natin sa interface ni Revit, per discipline yung tabs niya. So hindi kayo malilito. So it's also said that si Revit is the easiest software to learn. So sabi dito, if you know how to read, you can easily use yung Revit software natin. Okay. So what is Revit? Revit is a BIM software widely used by architects, engineers, and contractors to create a unified model that all disciplines and trade can use to complete their work. See, Autodesk Revit was created to support BIM and not to replace BIM. So ayan yung sinasabi ko. So si Revit only facilitates the BIM process. Revit hosts the information that forms the model from which drawings and documentations are derived. Okay, so there are two distinct feature ni Revit kaya sobrang dali niya gamitin. So the first one being parametric modeling. So dito parametric modeling, uh, we won't have to change anything in the drawing area. We will just have to adjust the parameters and then automatically that would be incorporated in the drawing area as well. For example, gusto nating palitan yung width ng door na to. Wala tayong gagalawin dito sa drawing area natin. All we have to do is change the parameters, ayan yung width niya, and automatically, maa-update na din dito sa drawing area natin. Okay, the next naman is yung bidirectional associativity. Dito, parang all the changes that we make in one view, automatically all of the views affected by this change would be updated as well. For example, ito floor plan, palitan natin yung width ng road natin. So all of the views that would be affected like yung schedule, yung elevation plans, yung 3D would be updated as well. So parang Revit gives us the assurance na every time we create a change, lahat ng views affected by that change is also updated. Hindi na natin siya kailangan isa-isahin. Unlike when we use AutoCAD, for example, nag-change tayo kay floor plan. So sa lahat pa ng lahat pa ng views, yung elevation natin, sa sections, schedules, kailangan pa natin i-check siya one by one. So hindi natin kailangan gawin 'yan kay Revit. Uh, So ito yung mga basic features or capabilities ni Revit. Parametric components. Ayun nga, meron tayong tinatawag kasi na family dito kay Revit. Family, objects with similar parameters. Ibahin mo lang yung mga values niya. So, mapaplace natin siya automatically. Interoperability with other BIM-based solutions. For example, dito kay structural, gagawa na tayo ng structural design natin. And then, ililink lang natin siya kay analysis and design software natin, si Robot Structural Analysis Professional. Yun yung pwede natin gamitin. And then, for example, dun sa robot dun sa design and analysis software natin, si Robot, meron tayong object na nag-fail dun. So, we have the option to parang automatically update yung we have the option to automatically update yung member natin doon kay robot mismo, and then i-link back lang natin siya kay Revit. Automatically updated na din yung member natin doon. Hindi na natin siya kailangan isa-isahin. Parang yun din yung sinasabi na only one model throughout the life cycle. Developer tools and solutions, ito, Dynamo, hindi naman siya masyadong critical for now. I would leave this. Twinmotion for Revit. So si Twinmotion parang bagong acquired solution siya ni Autodesk for rendering and visualization. Work sharing naman, dito kasi kay Revit, up to 10 people can work on a single file at once using yung cloud environment natin. Annotation, generative design in Revit, standard and custom family content, ay na-mention ko na. Schedules, so dito, using yung single model natin, pwede din tayong makapag-generate ng mga schedules. For example, kay rebars, ayan, pinamodel tayo ng rebars, pwede na din nating makuha yung schedule ng rebar natin. Like, yung length niya, number ng rebars, ganun. Global parameters, visibility settings and override. Ito, andun lang siya inside the software. Personalization and customization. Dito kasi si Revit is the easiest software to customize. Yung interface natin is customizable depending on your preference. So yung itsura ng user interface nyo or even yung mga keyboard shortcut, you have the capability to set your own. And not just that, syempre, for example, maglilipat ka ng unit na paggagamitan mo ng Revit, you have the capability to export yung sinet mo na mga shortcuts or settings na yun and then import mo dun sa paggagamitan mo na um, unit. Okay, so at again, here is a short video lang po ulit kung paano ba nagwo-work si Revit. Parametric modeling. Ay, wala po. It's just parang ano lang, hands-on lang po some of the capabilities na pwede nating magawa inside the Revit software. Ano naman po, parang just to show you kung paano nagwo-work si Revit, yung parametric modeling mostly.